It is.
Yep. Of March 20th. We'll call the meeting to order. We will start this meeting like we do every meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. We have a flag near you, or one you can look at. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then the reading of our mission statement would be: the vision of the Wakefield Public Schools is to graduate students who are confident lifelong learners, who are respectful and caring members of their community. Our mission is to prepare students for college, career, and community by providing rich and challenging curriculum, high quality instruction, and educational experiences that meet their individual needs and interests. Someday I'm going to memorize the mission statement. So we would now take a vote. And we'll do a roll call vote, I believe, to enter into the public hearing for the budget. So move that we do that. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Thank you, Kevin and Melissa. Those in favor? Eileen?
Yes.
Wonderful. Melissa?
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes.
Thank you. And Dr. Piscadlo?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So we are into our public comment piece. I know there is pretty much all of us. I know Mr. Sullivan is with us, and the only other person that I don't necessarily recognize is Julie. Julie, are you hoping to have joined us to make comment on our school budget?
Yeah, if I could.
Absolutely, please. That is why we're
I
here.
didn't know, is it after your presentation or should I comment now?
The presentation was technically at our school committee meeting last Tuesday.
Okay, I did see that.
No,
Okay.
Quite all right. You did see it.
Yes, I did see that.
Perfect.
Before I start my comments, so hopefully this is being taped by Ethan?
Ian.
Okay.
Yep.
If it's not, I would be concerned that we're continuing this without not being sure that it's being taped, because this is an official public meeting. I was helping a couple of people log on. They weren't able to log on because their technology couldn't download Zoom. So I really hope that this is available for the public to view on TV. That's really important. So you might want to check that he's really able to tape this for you, because otherwise it might not count.
We just got notification, sorry, Julie, that from WCAT that it is in fact being taped.
Perfect. Is it being shown live?
It is being recorded.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. I'd like to start off with a question. Who on the school committee is serving on the finance and facilities subcommittee? Because I know a lot of the work that they would have done would be shown in the budget.
That would be myself, Tom Markham, and Pete Davis.
Okay, so 3 of you. All righty. I don't know what that subcommittee does, and I don't know what any of your subcommittees do. That subcommittee would certainly have had a huge amount of connection to what's being talked about in the school budget. I do wish that information would be available, a description of all the subcommittees and a list of all of the members of each subcommittee and what each subcommittee does would be helpful. But in regard to the word finance, I did assume that the finance committee was serving with you on that subcommittee. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So I would like to also know who on the finance committee is serving, or is it revolving members? Is Steve there? So that would be helpful if you were to put that on your website, because if you post an agenda, which you always do for those finance and facilities subcommittee meetings, the expectation would be that the meeting minutes would be available. I have no idea what this subcommittee works on. I can assume. I was a teacher. I did a ton of negotiations for contracts. I helped with budget, but not everybody has that connection. Without meeting minutes, there is no public record of those meetings ever taking place. I don't know who is on it. I don't know if votes were taken, and I don't know if the members need to be sworn in order to vote. I don't know if you vote at those meetings. The Finance Committee website, I did look, they post minutes of their other subcommittees that they meet with, but the Finance and Facilities Subcommittee meeting minutes are not posted on their site, and there are no meeting minutes for this subcommittee that are appearing on your site. Again, agendas for the subcommittee meeting are also posted with no Zoom link. Time and location is often at 8 a.m. in the morning when school is in session. The door, because you have multiple doors, the door is supposed to be marked so that the public knows where to enter. The meetings in buildings that have multiple entrances, the door is supposed to be labeled. 8 a.m., the parking spaces are not often available. And if you're going to have a meeting where you invite the public, you should make sure that a handicapped 1 or 2 spaces would be available for that meeting. This discourages participation.
Julie, can I just pause you for a second?
Yep.
I appreciate everything you are saying right now. I just wonder if you might communicate that sort of I'd be happy to sort of meet with you in a different setting offline, or you could come to a public meeting, or you could
has a direct
email.
This has a direct effect on the budget.
That's what I'm hoping we can get to, please.
Well, I wanted to learn more about the budget as the process was going on, and I couldn't. If you have a posted agenda and you have a Zoom link, then you should have meeting minutes. Also, on May 15th, 2023, adopted at town meeting, at a meeting that a lot of you were at, was 9-4, which was amended on 5/15/2023, Article 16, where it says all meetings shall have minutes recorded in accordance and blah, blah, blah. It also says that because of the state mass.gov official notice posting locations, I think Dan Lieber wrote this bylaw, that the official posting for Wakefield, and it's in the town bylaws. I thought I had my camera on. Yes, I do now. It's right here, and it says the only official posting for the town of Wakefield is through sending it to the town clerk, and she puts it on the town website. I know you've spent a lot of money, you redid your website, but that is not the official posting place of the community. This is mentioned in 2 places, the workbook that all school committee people should get, and it's also in the town bylaws, and it was amended in 2023. If you could check on that and post correctly, because again, and you know I write to you all the time, and I have mentioned this, but I haven't seen it changed. The meeting minutes are embedded inside meeting material, but the public has no way to know in what week your meeting materials, your meeting minutes will be ratified. So I don't know let's say you had a meeting 3 weeks ago. You might not ratify those meeting minutes for 3 weeks. I might not know that, and I wouldn't know in which meeting packet to look for them. It's laborious, and it's actually a tremendous time suck. So the state requires that each town, so Steve did this in 2011. Here's the list of different communities that start with the letter W, S, T, and W. The state requires that each town notify them of the official posting place for all town meeting minutes. Yep. Please double check and make sure that you're posting your meeting minutes correctly. Again, it affects what the budget is looking like to people, because again, we should be able to look at how this process took place from July 1st until tonight. So that's all. I saw the presentation at the school committee meeting last week. It was good. I like it that it was a video, easy to read, and you could watch it over and over and over and over again. It was great. And you could slow it down. You could make it fast. So thank you for that. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that feedback. Is it Ms. Murphy, Sarah? Were you here for public comment on the budget? Okay. Hi, Jim.
Oh, it's Jim Sullivan, 6 Howick Road. I do not have any current comment about the budget. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Jim. I would also maybe say, Julie, just because you're mentioning about some meetings and when they take place, we will be having a budget sort of forum this Saturday from, I believe it is 9 to 12 at the Galvin School in the auditorium, and that will be an open meeting with members of the Finance and Facilities Subcommittee as well as members of the Finance Committee. And we'd mentioned this in meetings previous, but the aim of that meeting will be to have a fairly thorough walking through of the budget process and what that is sort of for us, and for us to hopefully get a lot of questions that maybe might feel rushed in our normal correspondence with the finance committee at town hall. This is a little bit of a lengthier meeting than that. First year we're going to try this just because we don't want people to feel like any questions are being rushed, giving people plenty of time to sort of ask what concerns them.
Great. We all know what happened on the news today. I have very mixed feelings about it. I started teaching just after that initiative started. And I did see the content of our curriculum weaken over the time period. I also did see, and you can Google this, a ton of administrative layers came into the public schools all across the country. We're stuck in this for the next 4 years. We have to deal with it. This should not affect children. There needs to be, and I think Mr. Sullivan's on the finance committee, the school department has to look at administrative positions. The children, their school day, the content of their curriculum, what you offer them, who you offer them on a daily basis should not be affected. But there are layers and layers. It was the same way at Masconomet, of people who are hired who do not ever interact with children. You require, as does every community in Massachusetts, that teachers within, 3 or 5 years get their master's degree. You have experts hired in our school system who are capable of doing, for stipended positions, a lot of what some of these administrative layers do. And giving them stipends, then you're not paying somebody a full salary, you're not paying insurance, you're not paying other things that the town has to pay. You hire experts, you vet them, you think they're wonderful at what they do. There are other ways to utilize their skills at a huge, tremendous savings to the taxpayer. So moving forward, we've got at least 4 years of this. We can't cry. If we keep crying, then we're not going to be proactive. The only thing you should be cutting, I think, in my humble opinion, is layers of administrative positions. And it's unfortunate, but there are also curriculum companies these people can work for. There are lots of jobs out there for them. But to keep and safeguard the daily experience of the kids, the programs for the kids, the content of the curriculum, and keep improving it, that is the priority.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Dr. Lyons.
Chair Ingalls, I just want to make sure that everyone heard your words. The budget forum on Saturday at Galvin Middle School will be in the grade 5 project room.
Oh, okay. Apologies.
Not the auditorium.
Yep, I thought it was the auditorium. Yep.
Just want to make sure people hear that.
Thank you.
Of course.
Also, Julie, I just wanted to let you know too, because you had asked a question about votes happening in subcommittees. There are no votes that happen in subcommittees because there's no quorum. There's only 3 members for each subcommittee. So I just wanted to let you know that there are never any votes that happens in subcommittee meetings.
Okay, just know that when Tom Mullen had to speak to the Environmental Sustainability Committee, I think, he did tell them, if you're going to have a subcommittee, it could be a subcommittee of 1. If it's not a subcommittee of 1, then it changes things. So this is definitely something you need to run by him, but you guys have a lot of subcommittees, and there are a lot of missing minutes, and honest to God, I'm tired of going through all your meeting packets, looking for things and seeing what's been printed out or has been amended or whatever. Some of them aren't anywhere to be found. So your website needs to be cleaned up. It's pretty. There's also something on your website that you might want to consider. It's that where somebody can email you all at one time. If Tom Mullen was asked about that, he would recommend against that because that's a huge opportunity for serial communication, which would be a violation of the open meeting law. You have a parent emailing you, and if one person on the school committee emails and replies all, that's a problem. So just wanted to keep that in mind. That's why no other website has it. It's pretty, and you would think at first, oh, that's super convenient for the parent or for whatever entity, but it's not best for you. So just wanted to share that.
Thank you. Anyway, I wasn't sure who Sarah Murphy was, but it seems that we lost her. Christine, are you feeling good about Saturday? Looking forward to it?
Of course I am, Stephen.
We like to talk about budget stuff. This will be awesome.
Yes.
I might be taking the Christmas lights down on the commons, so I might not be able to make it, but it might be raining and I might not be able to do that. I just wanted to say, I just read that, the town bylaw again, and it says, if a multiple member body has a website, which you do, all minutes and draft minutes are required to be sent to the town clerk and shall also be posted to that website. So it's great that you have them on your website. They should be in both places.
Yep, understood.
The agendas and the minutes should be in both places.
I don't know if fascinating is the right word, but this meeting was held on the exact same date last year. As I'm looking at agendas. What would you think, Dr. Lyons? Till maybe 7:30 at the latest?
I think whatever you think is best, but I think if no one wants to participate, I think we could give them certainly till 7:30. That's pretty gracious.
I thought, well, people could be making dinner or running late.
No question, no question.
So Stephen, if you wanted to, while we're waiting, we could just go over the anticipated timeline from here on out, if you think that would be.
That is always beneficial.
Let's just talk about what we know as of today. So as of today is our public hearing. This gives the public a chance to voice any concerns or feedback about the video, which, this was our first year trying something new. We posted that on our social media pages as well. That's gotten some really good response. And then after tonight, on Tuesday night, March 25th, the budget as presented will be before the school committee for approval. We'll also have a chance for public participation at the beginning of that meeting, but we hope to have a support for that meeting for the budget. And then we are required by charter after that meeting, once it's approved, then to bring it to, we give it to the town, so it becomes part of the full town budget. Jim Sullivan is the chair of school committee, of FinCom, sorry. And we will present it to the finance committee in April. I believe it's April 17th. We've also been invited to present to town council. So we've really, I call this is the time that Doug and I and the school committee, we really make sure that our communication is out there on many different platforms, in many different avenues, whether it's in person, on Zoom, in a video, or hard copies of the book, which are available in the office. Um, and really going back till October and November, we started with our principals and our staff. We held Zooms for every staff member in every school to join. We went school by school. We went with department heads, principals, and then we had our budget survey, which we surveyed families of our students. We surveyed teachers and staff, and we really got some good feedback. Now, of course, couldn't afford everything, but we prioritized the best we could, and all the requests are listed in the book and on the website about things that were requested but are not in this budget request for next year. So this has been a long time coming. It's really starting for us early October until now, the end of March. But we're really feeling positive about this budget, and I don't know, Doug, is there anything you wanted to add to this?
No, I think we look forward to continuing to discuss and share the budget and the information that we've put together. And I appreciate the positive feedback from Julie Scott about the video. And I hope that that was helpful and informative and kind of explains how we create our budget and what the priorities are. And so I think we'll share some more information about that on Saturday, and certainly in our upcoming meetings as we kind of polish our slides and kind of improve based on the feedback that we're getting.
In terms of when when this budget gets sort of presented to town council, I know in the budget doc currently it stands as a to be determined. Have we heard back from them, or have we have as to what date we might be presenting?
Yeah, I want to say,
I believe it's
go ahead.
April 14th. It's the Monday. It's the Monday before we go to FinCom. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jim. Jim, we're going to FinCom on the 17th.
Yeah, that's right. There was a conflict, I thought, but that got rectified. I talked to Steve maybe a week ago. Yeah, 4/14 you were going to town council, and then 4/17 to the full FinCom.
Right. On 14, we still have negotiations, but we anticipate being done by 7 or 7:30. Then we'll attend town council on the 14th.
Okay. And FinCom was which date?
We're Thursday,
17?
April
Okay.
17.
Okay. Thank you.
And then town meeting is May 5th. I believe that's also
I should just
Cinco
say,
de Mayo.
I just went to the fourth grade all-town concert last night. That is the most people I have ever seen in the Galvin Auditorium.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's been, it was a
So-
point of conversation today.
Yeah.
You mean more than a town meeting? I'm shocked.
Yeah. Well, town meeting, the one in the field house was pretty much the record keeper for me.
We have no one in the waiting room.
Okay. I always run late, so I just assume other people are like, frantically like, oh my goodness, I got to get home so I can get on that Zoom. I'm putting in the dates for the town council and FinCom in my calendar.
We can send out a messenger reminder as well.
Yes, this is me needing all of the reminders possible. Christine, have you gotten much feedback, sort of via email or phone call from the public or from other town bodies sort of on the budget?
We got a lot of views,
Okay.
and then people will stop me in the hallway at the high school or wherever they see me and say, oh, by the way, that's really cool, or that's something different. And it's been all positive. It really helps me understand. I sort of understand why you prioritize certain things, or because that's why we started with the goals of the district.
Yeah.
And improvements we've made on those goals to date. So, yeah.
And you're ready to narrate the one for next year?
Possibly. I know I have a little
Awesome.
bit of an accent, but yes.
That's the local flair. Everybody loves that.
We did enlist the expert, but yes.
You get is it Caleb? It's not Caleb. Callum?
Dave Cartoon.
No. Who does the item minute for WCAT? He's got like a radio voice. He's a student.
He's done our athletics too as well. He's
Fantastic.
terrific. I just can't pull his name right now.
Cavan. I know it was something like that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, someone's saying Cavan Hill. Yeah.
Thank you, Ian.
All right. Well, I think we've held it kind of open for a while. Hopefully, we're not missing anybody. Like I said, it is recorded, so people can go back and look at it. And there is the other opportunity before our meeting on Tuesday for folks to come and sort of say their piece. So,
yeah.
I would make a motion that we exit from our public meeting.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Those in favor, I'm counting to make sure we still have quorum because I'm seeing like 4 videos, but Eileen's still here, so we're good. Motion's been made and seconded. Those in favor, Eileen?
Yes.
Yes. Melissa? Yes. Kevin Fontanella?
Yes.
And Dr. Piscadlo?
Yes.
Yes. And I am a yes. That is unanimous. We will exit from public hearing. So our future date is Tuesday, 7, back in the studio. And that is it. And I will.
Your new secretary was in the office today, and she did the agenda and the packet.
I saw that.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Fantastic. She actually sent it out with like a PDF. I think you guys gave her like fresh software, and it's awesome. So,
Yes, that's great.
You spent the day training, doing some professional development, so it was good onboarding her and helping her get settled.
Awesome. Good night, everyone.
Good night, you guys.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
well, we have to vote to adjourn. So so I moved that we had adjourn the budget hearing school committee meeting of March 20th, 2025.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Those in favor, Eileen?
Yes.
Yes. Melissa?
Yes.
Kevin?
Yes.
And Kevin?
Yes.
Yes. All right. And I'm a yes. All right. We will see you all Saturday and or on Tuesday.
Thanks.
Ciao.
All right,
Thank you,
good night.
Ian. Thank you, WCAT.